All right, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the SIG Node CI meeting. First up, let's start with Harshal with an agenda item, and then we can go to test and bug triage.
Thanks, Peter. Sergey, you mentioned, I don't know, a few last meeting or before that we want to add this newly added flag for C group V1 detection to CI jobs. Is anyone looking into it? I just want to know.
Yeah, I started looking into that. So I originally thought that maybe we can add this flag to jobs in test infra repository, and then what we can do is to have some sort of validation and or maybe manually analyze that C group V1 and C group V2 jobs are marked properly. But then I thought that way better approach would be to change the test framework and make sure that C group V2 is a default, and then if you want to do C group V1, then you need to have special invariant variable. I think that approach will be better long term, but it will require some changes in KK. So I was not sure how we want to proceed here. Is do you want a little bit shorter term right now to start marking jobs with explicit flags and argument, or we want to do to wait and then make this enforcement on test framework? Do you have any thoughts or ideas?
I think easiest is to just use the flag that we already have with the jobs that say explicitly say that they want to run on V1 and fail them. Right, that's easiest thing I can think of. I don't know how difficult is the KK change that you're talking about to change the infrastructure itself. We can definitely add a flag on C group V1 jobs.
Okay. Yeah, I think yeah, let's do that. Let's start with test infra, because test infra is still open for PR, so we can make progress there. If you want to wait on me, I was planning to do that, so I can send this PR, or you can take over if you want.
No, I just wanted to know if you have said. The reason I put in an agenda is just the same thing. I wanted to know if anyone has taken it up or not. If not, then maybe in coming days I can take it up. But if you already started, then I can go ahead and.
I got in this rabbit hole of looking at test infra and understanding how we'll put it there. So yeah, let's do shorter term first, and then we'll go into verification of C groups. Yeah, I will go there. Okay, I will send a PR this week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Alrighty, sweet. I think that then is the end of our agenda. No one else has anything else mentioned, then we can go into test grid checking. Okay, so a couple the cryo serial. Ooh, that's not very nice. Must be some installation failure though. This is new. I don't know if we have an issue for that. We might need to open up an issue. This one's flaky. Resource health status. Sergey, are you aware of this flake? I'm not sure if it's also flaking for Containerd.
No.
Yeah, I think there was a change which skipped or removed these tests. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, it looks like it is getting skipped more recently. So I think it's just it being marked as red as stale, and that'll clean up soon. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So this does look fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what's up here. We'll have to follow up with that. I'll open up an issue if there isn't one already. I guess we can check also if there's something, but wish you could copy the name of that. Okay. I'll check that out. onto containerd. Okay, except for similarly, serial v1. I wonder if we broke serial v1 somehow. Interesting, because that's also what cryo is failing on. That's interesting. Okay. Let's see. I'm sure release blocking jobs are a big import now, but we look okay there. Just going through the different tabs, looking okay. Serial that we saw the cryo ones were a little bit weird.
It's only serial C group v1 job was failing, right? Not the conformance.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. On both containerd and cryo. Oh, this is actually Node ETE serial. And this one, I'm not sure if this is Node ETE or just ETE serial, to be honest, but look into that. So test grid besides that one or that pair of issues looks all right. Cool. We can
Yeah, I didn't have time
see if
to
there's
understand this new boards. I think that's the old board, right? So
I think this one has been migrated. So it looks like we're making changes to here. So some of these have to be triaged, but
I think we triaged from new board last time, as far as I
yes.
remember.
Yeah, this is the test board, and then the other board, the PR board has also been moved. And then yeah. So I don't think we need to reference the old board anymore. I think they've been migrated correctly.
And maybe we need to change the title of it. Do you have permissions? I think all members should have.
Yes. What do you think?
Like
End up changing it to?
deprecated or migrated. Do not use.
Oh, for the old one.
Yeah, because yeah, it is old one.
I don't even know how to get to the old one. I think this is the new one.
This is old one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, go to project. Oh. Oh, okay. Right, because that's what my save this here. Okay.
Do not use.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say use this.
Yeah,
I
that's.
don't know if that is.
You probably
so
don't need to
funky.
use one. I think it just in a URL you don't need this view one. It will open the same thing.
Yeah. Cool.
I started looking at it
All right.
yesterday night, but like it was too late to understand how it works.
Looks like there isn't anything untriaged here, so.
It may be
Let's see if
because
there's
I
any
didn't add it.
issues.
Like in the past, I was adding to the
You have to
old
like migrate
board
them.
and before, like night before, and it's now. We can try to figure it out during the meeting, or we can wait more. Maybe somebody knows how to add issues here. I just didn't figure it out.
Totally. Yeah, maybe we do that offline. I would be curious if someone figures it out for there to be like some sort of, I don't know, instruction somewhere so that we have that information duplicated. But I mean, or if people want to see me navigate through the GitHub UI live, I could try, but I'm not even sure where to start.
Yeah, maybe offline.
Cool. So I guess Are these ones? PR. See if there's anything that looks like it could be relevant, though it looks like it's a bunch of SIGs. Yeah, so we can probably move that off ours. BC. That's we open this and have it yet to do anything about it.
I think this is fixed. Can you go down? Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does look like it's been fixed. NPD. Let's see. EDE, GCI. Let's see if there was any. I'm not sure where to find this one in the test grid, but
CTR's PC would be container D specific test, right?
yes, it is. And
Yeah.
there's a fix already. I just am not sure if we've assumed the fix yet, but we have not. Or maybe this is different.
There were some changes to NPD CI build jobs, I think, recently. I don't know if this might be related to that.
Yeah, it looks like they're not fixed yet, but potentially this PR will fix it when this version of Containerd gets pulled in. So we'll need to wait on that, but I know that this one's archived, but we just have to pull in the version. Okay. I think that log query. Oh, this one's SIG Windows. So I don't think it's us. Cool. There's this one that could use some attention. Sergey, if you have a moment to review it. This is just a new test for testing metrics.
Okay.
Thank you. And then
Can you
so
CC
in
me
my
on there?
yes.
Thank you.
Cool. In my scan of this board, oh, there's another one. It's a conformance issue. Looks like it was fixed. Check another one. Cool. So this is on its way to being fixed. Francesco, do you know where this one stands?
Yeah, I was preempted. One of the jobs was fixed. The other one, which my understanding is less used, still need more further investigation. I will try to push it forward the rest of the week.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Looks like everything else is code change and not specifically a test change. Did we just talk about this? No, we didn't. Oh, this is the MP. We did sort of reference it. I think that this is a duplicate. Oh, and we're still waiting on the fix here. Okay, I think that might be a duplicate of the other one. I have conveniently lost. But I'll try to find that. Cool. Okay. Any other issues on the test grid, or should we flip over to PR triage or issue? Cool. I'll yield to Anish.
Yeah, Mac has the same issue with bugs. Oh, we have some. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
This
this
is
one
the-
migrated correctly.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the correct project code, right? Okay. Okay, some issues that we have discussed last week. When deploying pods on Kubernetes node with memory requests equal to limits, despite no memory overcommitment on the host, scheduling new pod triggers memory replenishment, leading to service jitters.
Oh, Anish, I'm not sure if others, but I'm seeing still the board tab.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, this one. I think there was a comment by me at the bottom.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh no, Ryan. Ryan, you were suspecting that they had not enabled memory over commit, right? But looks like they have.
Yeah, correct. I have not got caught up on this yet. Let's take it.
Peter has a comment on here.
Yeah, so do we have any action item for here? So it looks like they have
If you look at Peter's comment, It doesn't look like there's an action item on Kubernetes here. We
So
need to reach out to
actually,
the-
well, yeah, I still think that's probably the case, though my comment is a little bit less relevant because it is on cgroup v1. So the API, there actually might be some knobs in cgroup v1 that aren't in the syscuttles. But also, you know, as we're in feature freeze for v1, I doubt that we're going to do anything really about it.
maintenance mode.
Right, that's it.
Yeah.
Should we ask them to see if they see the behavior on C group V2? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
I don't think Secret V2 will have fixed it necessarily, but it might behave differently, and at least will give us something where, you know, we have, you know, we're committed to sort of fully supporting it.
By the way, cgroup v2, cgroup v1 is in maintenance mode from 131 onwards.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's true.
I still feel this is a OS issue, nothing Kubernetes can do. So if you see original bug, which says that the page cache starts to get reclaimed by the kernel, even though it's not used. This is not something Kubernetes actually gets involved in.
Yeah.
That's why I thought the Peter's comment was relevant. I still can't think what action item we have from the Kubernetes point of view.
Yeah, I mean, if there were some C groups knobs that we could tune on a per C group level for each container, then like maybe the kubelet could end up being opinionated about setting that so that a user wouldn't have to like individually set that on the container C groups. But since on C group v2, it is there's syscuttles that edit this behavior, I don't think that the kubelet should really get involved that much.
Should we ask for to follow up with kernel team as well, or like the OS vendor?
It's a kernel behavior for sure.
Should we close this bug as well, or maybe?
Let's leave it open until they respond, and you know, otherwise, if they maintain it's a Kubernetes issue, then they'll just, you know, flip it back and forth, and it won't be that productive.
Okay. Yeah, I think Peter, you had a comment on this bug as well. So,
Yeah, this one I think need feedback from folks who were around early in, like specifically this user is asking for background as to why a decision was made by Derek like 5 years ago or something. So if we want to sort of fully support that, we'd probably have to dig for that context more aggressively.
Okay, should I CC him here?
Yeah, how about actually, how about I just reach out? I'll reach out to him. I imagine
Okay.
his GitHub inbox is probably untenable. So I'll reach out to him and I'll see if I can get some information about that.
Yeah, thank you. Invalid kube reserved configuration in kubelet causes frequent node status page updates, ignoring node status report frequency. If the CPU values set in kube reserved system reserved configurations are in terms of decimal values of millicore, kubelet should throw an error and not start, else it should throw a warning to aid the trashing. Without this check, the issue
Yeah, I
may
see it marked as triage accepted already. So maybe we looked at it, and I remember discussing it. Yeah, so I think it just wasn't moved. Yeah, we set the priority, right? Backlog.
Yeah.
There is certainly some bug with how I understand the decimals.
Kubelet config file resolver config option not used. When using
It's the same story. I
okay,
think Peter was triaging it, right?
I see. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, we just didn't move to proper folder.
Yeah, this is like a documentation bug I created. And it's specifically about like out of CPU, out of memory, out of pods, pod status. Yeah, so basically there's an open issue around this to make some improvements around this. So to give some context on when this happens, it's basically when there's a race condition between like kube scheduler scheduling pods and kubelet with static pods creating like mirror pods for those static pods. The way it like the way this race condition occurs is like kube scheduler assigns a lot of pod to a node. Kubelet accepts this pods and starts running this pods. And in the meantime also it runs like some static pods and updates the resource request, and then it realizes like it doesn't have enough resource to allocate to these pods, and it rejects some of these pods with out of pod or out of memory or out of CPU issue. So my reason for filing this bug was basically to improve documentation until we do a better job at this. I was going through documentation, open source documentation. It didn't have enough information on why this error occurs.
Yeah, it totally makes sense to add documentation. Thank you for filing.
Yeah, I'll see if I can make time for this. So we have accepted this as well. I think Antonio will fix for this. Maybe. Should I remove SIG node here? I think. Oh, this is already an issue.
Yes, I will need SIG node approval if you're gonna change it.
That's all the issues we had in the trash column. Do we need to, should we go through the needs information one, or?
Whenever we have time, let's clean up it a little bit. It's 33 issues in needs information. Ideally, we should want to get to like lower value. If the query listed there, it helps because it schedule like it orders by last updated, so it makes it better.
Yeah. Remove mirror pod from manifests. Won't retry if process failed. Remove a static pod file. The pod worker termination process encounters an error. The termination is stuck and never retry. Leaves the sandbox running still and block the same static pod to recreate later. The
Can you
comparison.
check what we asked?
Yeah. This version is out of support. I see. I see. So
Yeah, just close it then.
The node is in not ready state while it's still running. There's no response here. I'll move to the next bug. Do we generally do something when there's no response?
It's 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You can close it and say feel free to open if they have any response.
And you will just let it rot. It will be marked as stale and then rotten, and then it will be closed. But 3 weeks without response on work as expected, I think it's fine. Let's close it.
When the node is in the not ready state for 5 minutes, the daemon set pod on the node is still in the running state.
Yeah, that is like the earlier bug. It takes 5 minutes.
So yeah, they have a toleration, right? Static pods with restart policy on failure remain pending if kubelet restarts after container create, but before start. I think the intention is to get the container status from CRI and check that the container is exited with a code status 0. The bug is that we only check that the exit code is 0, but do not also verify that the container has exited.
Looks like they have a PR too on that.
Yeah.
You can't see the tab. Oh, there it goes. But you can assign this one to me. R. Phillips. It's R. Phillips. Yep. Thanks.
So, I'll mark this as trash accepted.
So the priority as well. Is there a priority already?
No. Backlog.
Yeah, sounds reasonable. I don't think it's a new issue.
Kubelet prober, infinite readiness check, no liveness probe, defeating self heal. Pod readiness and liveness probe are non-blocking routines. If readiness probe is failing, a liveness probe can trigger restart and possibly self heal. DNS pod. Liveness probe is never issued. Yeah, there's no update. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is. Like, can you scroll back to the description? Like, what they complain about?
Yeah, I think there.
HTTP Pro fails, but then why liveness prop is never issued? I don't understand that.
Yeah, their problem was that liveness probe was never issued. Like they expected the pod to restart because liveness probe uh, fails, but
No, liveness prop is not failing. It says that it's never even started.
yeah,
Maybe
that's,
we wait for container to be started before we start issuing liveness, and container never started because CNI has issues. It feels like working as expected.
mhm.
I mean, theoretically, you can start issuing liveness props earlier than container is created, but then we'll have false positives when there is a race condition between liveness prop and container creation routine. So while container is being created, liveness prop will fail. So I guess the question is not why liveness prop didn't start, but why, like, what was the status of a container after, like, when CNI failed? It's supposed to get into failed state already.
Mhm.
I think the entire kubelet log for this would be super helpful.
And runtime as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's container D on AWS, so yeah. I think needs information, we can keep it needs information. We just need to ask kubelet log, container D log, and ideally what state the pod is in. Like, is it in ready or basically kubectl pod describe output would be useful.
After running the pods with 9 containers, there are events available only for 8 containers. Anything above is not registered in the pod events. I think I remember seeing this issue.
It was accepted. If it was accepted, then we need to remove needs information. Yeah, and right as well.
Static pods cannot be started anymore after kubelet is restarted.
Very old couplet. I think the very first question, like, can you start can you try a fresh version?
Okay, we have 5 minutes, maybe 1 or 2 issues. Comments for this field.
Just switch tab in the projection.
Oops, sorry. Probe.success threshold validation is contextual. Comments for this field say must be 1 for liveness. And some PR is adding startup in the same way. This is kind of gross API. It would be nice if you could just make that field work normally for those context.
2019.
Yeah, just a proposal to change the API and make it more robust. Why it needs information? Yeah, somebody triage this doesn't need information, right? Oh, okay. I think what Tim Hawkins suggestion is allowing startup probes to have success threshold of 2. It's clearly a backlog item.
Startup probes, right?
Yeah, startup probes to have success, to be able to define success threshold as 2. Yeah, S2. Yeah, we allow it for readiness probes and for liveness probes, but not for startup. There is no specific reason why we don't allow it. We just decided some time ago that 1 is a better number. Can you remove needs information as well?
By another pod. For using Helm, I upgraded deployment and the
You're sharing
Kubernetes
the wrong
started
tab again.
replacing the pods. And while it replaced all the pods successfully, some of the pods that were replaced got stuck
And
in
you're sharing the wrong tab
container
again.
creating status. Some
Anish, can you hear me? I think you're sharing the wrong tab again. Did I lose everybody? Can anybody hear me?
Can hear you.
Yeah.
I can
Okay.
hear you.
Yeah, I think something happened with Anish. Okay, it's 1 minute till the end of the meeting, so we can probably finish. Thank you,
Sorry.
everybody. Triage is not always fun, so it's important to get everything in place. Thank you. Bye.